has to go with hardworking because of the things he went through to provide us with all of our needs and to support me through my basketball journey. I'd just like to say thank you, Dad, for always supporting me and guiding me through my basketball journey and never giving up on me. I love you. Love you.
Well, now that you're playing here in Junior MPBL, this is your second season and you need to take it seriously. Seriously means dedication, okay? Dedication means hard work, sacrifice, and know your priorities, okay? Just keep it up and keep practicing and you're doing good. Just do better. Okay, love you.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
I love you and thank you.
Inspirational. He's a great father and I hope he continues to be a great father and he inspires me every day and he helps me every day and he helps me become better as well.
First naman, sabi ko sa kanya, tinanong ko sa kanya kung gusto niya ba talaga basketball. Sabi naman niya, okay, gusto naman niya. So, sabi ko, ano lang, focus lang kung ano yung mga sinasabi ko or mga coaches, work hard lang. And then, enjoy lang ng main team doon.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy.
Thank you.
Inspiration kasi siya po yung dahilan kung bakit ako nagpapatuloy mag-improve araw-araw para pangarap kong maging pro basketball player tulad. Ini-improve ko po yung sarili ko, especially sa mga weakness ko sa loob ng court. Siyempre, pinapromise ko din sa kanila na, lalo na kay Papa na gusto ko iapak na sa basketball. Mas lalagpasan ko pa. Pagpapatuloy lang akong mag-aral ng mabuti at mag-improve araw-araw. Kasi yun lang naman yung gusto niya mangyari sa akin.
Ilaan niya yung game niya kay God palagi. And huwag siya magsawang matuto. Lagi siya makinig sa coaches niya kasi wala naman ituturong mali ang mga coaches kundi para sa ikabubuti niya. So, lagi lang siya makikinig sa coaches.
Happy Father's Day. Mahal ko yan. Encouraging because all the time he always pushes me. Even when he's not saying it, when I see him play dati, also words it encourages me to play harder. Thank you sa lahat kasi wala akong ma-achieve kung wala yung daddy ko. And thank you for always being there kahit mahirap na.
Siyempre, yung dedication niya sa sports, nandun, yung passion niya, yung paglalaro. So, nandun ako for 100% support. Especially me and my mom niya, and her sister. And lahat kami. And yun. Siyempre, lagi siyang dapat mag-ingat at always to tell him to give their best every game.
Happy Father's Day!
Thank you.
We enter into the second phase. We enter into the second phase of our midweek hoops today. Still here in CCF Center in Pasig. We now bring you our fourth game. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and very interesting matchup. We've got two teams pretty much same fortunes, identical win-loss record, 1-3, and both teams coming off losses.
Exactly. We will have to take a look at this action between the Bauan Cafe Uno and the Quezon Junior Huskers in the 18 under division dito sa South. Coach, let's take a look first at the Bauan Cafe Uno. How did they fare in their previous game?
Yeah, in their last game, they lost against the Batangas Barraquitos in the Battle of Batangas. Lost that game 81-59. They shot actually fairly decent from the field, but they gave up too many attempts to Batangas. 33 more field goal attempts for Batangas. They out-rebounded Batangas 43-34. But what really hurt them was the turnovers. 36 turnovers in that game, giving up 30 points off turnovers. And the player to watch for Bauan Cafe Uno, in their last game, Gelris Bulilan finished with 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And meanwhile, on the other side, the Quezon Junior Huskers didn't fare any better. How were they in that last game, Coach?
Well, they only lost by 4 points, but still, a loss is a loss in that game. They shot 38%, which should be decent, but they allowed Mindoro to shoot 44% from the field. What also hurt them, the inability to hit the long ball, going 0 out of 10. And they also give up too many second chance points, 21-10. The player to watch for the Quezon Junior Huskers, a very familiar name, Bien Rancis Marasigan, finished with 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals in that loss against Mindoro.
And let's not take any longer. Let's turn you over to our venue announcer to start the ball game.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The backshot and accent continue of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino. As we're being here now here in CCF Annex Building, Pasig City. And now we're 18 under. It's a battle between Bauan Cafe Uno versus Quezon City Junior or Quezon Junior Huskers. Let's meet the starters first from your Bauan Cafe Uno. Guard number 13, Kian Panerio. Also at guard number 18, James Nodalo. Forward number 25, Jarlis Bulilan. Power forward number 23, Dave Melicor. Center number 34, Josh Polly. The head coach of Bauan Cafe Uno is Coach Henry Montemayor. Perch Tolentino. Assistant coach Eric Ramirez. Odi Divera. Team manager RJ Dolor. And now, time to meet the starters of your Quezon Junior Huskers. Guard number 15, Marcus Toll. Shooting guard number 16, Rancis Marasigan. Forward number 24, Rex Villanueva. Power forward number 11, Dancel Ong. Man in the middle number 34, Silver Villasenor. Head coach of Quezon Junior Huskers 18 under is Coach Melky Villanueva. Assistant coach Jimmy Gaya, George Cabungcal. Team manager.
As we're about to start the ball game, here are your Doride team starters. You've got Marcus To, Rancis Marasigan, Rex Villanueva, Denzel Ong, and Silver Villasenor for Quezon. Meanwhile, for Bauan, you've got Kian Panerio, James Nodalo, Gerlis Bulilan, Dave Melchor, and Jos Poli. We're about to start with a jump. And it's Bauan who will have first crack at the basket.
Of course, we've got some familiar faces here for Bauan Cafe Uno. James Odalo used to play for Manila in the 16 and under division, has already moved up and has changed teams, now playing for Bauan Cafe Uno.
As Bauan gets the first basket there. Here's Villanueva. Gives it to Ong. Marasigan on the attack. drops it off to Denzel Ong. Ball is stepped out of bounds and will stay with the orange shirts.
A little too tight on that pass, but you like the idea there, trying to attack the defense and being able to drop off to an open teammate.
Stolen here by Bauan. That was James Madalo with a steal. Poli underneath with a basket.
The lethal weapon at work, getting the ball too deep inside, easy 2 points.
Here's Tall bringing down the ball. Gives it up to Villanueva. Marasigan asking for the ball at the wing, but it's Villanueva with a jumper.
Cannot leave John Rex Villanueva open in the perimeter. Only needs a few seconds to get that shot off.
Nodalo is free from the corner. Too strong.
Not really the strength of the game of James Nodalo, more of a slasher.
As Denzel Ong will get that fast break layup. And right back at them, Bulilan with the layup.
Right now, these two teams don't seem to want to use the shot clock.
As that's Melchor with a steal and a basket.
Dave Melchor looking to be that third option in scoring for Bauan Cafe Uno.
Meanwhile, one of always the top options in scoring for Quezon, Francis Marasigan.
And he has been this way even during the last season, playing in the 16 and under division for Quezon.
And this back and forth action, forcing a timeout from the Quezon Junior Huskers. This timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring, provider of safe and affordable drinking waters to Filipinos. We'll be back.
Hindi pa sumisikat ang umaga pero bumabiyahe na ang Quezon Junior Huskers papunta sa kanilang laro ngayong araw. In an interview with Coach Melky, he mentioned na 5 a.m. pa lamang ay umalis na ang kanilang grupo sa Quezon. And when asked how does their travel time affects his players, ang sagot niya, sanay naman ang mga ito dahil last season ay ganun din ang kanilang gawa. Wag lang sana sunod-sunod ang araw dahil tiyak na mapapagod ang kanyang mga players. Dagdag pa niya na naka-apekto rin ito sa kanilang laro last game at meron pa siyang 3 key players na hindi nakalaro pero babalik na raw sila Rex Villanueva at Silver Villaseñor para sa game ngayong araw. Balik sa inyo, Coach. Balik sa inyo mga kaliga.
At maraming salamat, Rinoa Sanchez, ang aming reporter mula sa gilid.
Parang ano yan eh. Maraming salamat, reporter.
Maraming salamat, mga kaliga.
But anyway, you know, this is part of the journey of the junior MPBL. You're gonna have to make the trip. It's not just them. Whenever we get to play games in Batangas for the Manila teams, they have to make the same sacrifice of having to wake up. Imagine wake up for leave at 5 a.m. to make it for a 1:30 p.m. game.
Exactly, as John Rex Villanueva not showing any signs of having to wake up that early, hitting on that 3.
Kala ko jet lag eh.
Wala. Pwede rin jet lag. Land lag?
Land lag. Motor lag.
Motor lag. Oh, that pass is picked off. Melchor with a sidestep.
Well, if you think about it, even the Bauan Cafe Uno team had to make the same journey, but probably 2 hours or an hour less.
Exactly. As Marasigan will hit on a 3.
And whenever they needed points, it has been Bien Marasigan, and he continues to do so.
On the other end, Panerio, no good on his 3. And it is rebounded by Andre Pasumbal. Here's Marasigan going downhill. Kicks it out, but Ong wasn't there. And that will be an illegal dribbling.
That time, got surprised with the sudden pressure given to him, James Adalo. Unfortunately, turning the ball over, and Quezon an opportunity to grab the lead.
Here is Villanueva. Goes left. Draw the floater, no good. Rebound goes to Nodalo. Nodalo will go up for the jumper. Too strong. Denzel Ong comes up with it. Gives it up to To. Open is Pasumbal, but he misses on the layup. And Paulie grabs the rebound.
Action is just going up and down at this point. No team really wanting to execute in the half court.
Paulie goes up, and he gets the basket plus a foul. Pasumbal will give up that foul, and Paulie will go to the basket for a pound-for-pound fitness foul counted play.
That was an accidental assist from James Nodalo, finding Paulie inside, seeing that mismatch against Pasumbal. Just went straight up, able to fish for a foul and the basket.
And entering the game is Parian. Paulie couldn't convert on the three-point play opportunity. Here's Marasigan. On the attack, goes up for the layup, and that's in.
I like the adjustment in mid-air for Marasigan, being able to evade the defense, still able to finish.
Melchor kicks it out to Panerio. Panerio fakes the three, goes inside, kicks it out. Corner three on the way, no good. But underneath is Paulie, battling for that loose ball with Denzel Ong. Ball is tipped, crosses on the line, and it will be same ball possession.
It's not going to be enough for just one guy to try and box out Paulie at this stage, as he is evidently the bigger and stronger player than the front court of Quezon.
Melchor will go for the jumper, no good. And once again, Paulie underneath getting the pass to Nodalo.
Showing the maturity there, getting the rebound, finding an open James Nodalo. Just really very unselfish for Paulie.
That's Villanueva for three, no good. Ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Quezon.
So we're seeing Win Arboleda checking in for Bauan Capiuno, probably to speed up the ball game even more.
As if it wasn't already fast.
It's not enough.
Here's Villanueva. Over to Marasigan. Marasigan on the attack. Marasigan up, no good. Rebound goes to Paulie.
And if you're Bauan, you'll be content with Marasigan trying to beat you all by himself.
Here's Nodalo on the attack. Gives it up to Paulie. And he will draw a foul. And To, who already gave up that foul, was also hit.
At this stage, that could be the go-to play for Bauan Capiuno for as long as Quezon does not find an antidote to it. That two-man game between James Nodalo and Matthew Paulie really going to be a headache for Quezon.
And itong si Paulie already has 4 points, 5 points, and 4 rebounds. Will always be a welcome recipient to passes off of the roll as Melchor gets the steal, the bucket, and the foul.
And for Bauan Capiuno, continuing to pressure that basketball, getting some easy points.
Let's take a look at this pound-for-pound fitness foul counted play, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
So far in the tournament, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds is Dave Melchor. Well, they are missing their leading scorer, Francisco Dabao, who's averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds. But nevertheless, it seems like they've gotten enough offense.
As Paulie with the alley-oop jam!
I'm at a loss for words. I didn't expect that to happen.
He just rose up with that pass and just threw it down.
Effortlessly at that.
As a foul will be called. Let's take another look at that. Connection
wasn't even a tip slam. It was
wasn't.
a legit rim hang coming from Matthew Poli.
As Bauan Cafe Uno will call a timeout. This is brought to you by Nature Spring. We'll be back. And we're back here at the CCF Center here in Pasig. Joel Parcon pa rin po bringing you the action alongside my partner Coach Noy Africa and Renoa Sanchez, ang aming kaliga sa courtside. Lamang ng 7 ang Bauan, 21-14 over Quezon. And this kid, Jos Poli. Jos ko po.
Already with 7 points and 5 rebounds. And I spoke too soon. Francisco Dabao is actually in the venue. Is now playing for Bauan Cafe Uno.
He's already on the court. Dabao gives it up to Melchor. Melchor, no good, but that's Poli with a putback. Still nothing. Melchor with one last chance. Nope. Villanueva says, give me that ball. Here's To, streaking down the lane. To, nice pass! But basket doesn't go in for Mark Cuerdo. He draws a foul though.
But you like how Cuerdo really attacked the defense of Matthew Poli. You would expect him to hesitate, but he just went straight up, although he did double clutch a bit, but able still to get the first personal foul on just Matthew Poli.
First shot doesn't go in for Cuerdo as you take a look at Coach Melky Villanueva of the Quezon Junior Huskers. Substitution coming in for Quezon. Renviel Tolentino checking in for Marcos To.
Right now, the problem for Quezon, that front line of Bauan Cafe Uno, they still haven't found any solutions, especially on Matthew Poli.
Here's Dabao. He will go up for the three. Yes, sir!
As if Poli is not enough problems for Quezon, Dabao now able to hit his first three of the ball game.
And that brings their lead up to 9-24 to 15. But that's Bien Marasigan with the answer.
So far, aside from Villanueva, the only two guys producing for Quezon, as I believe this is a stepping on the sideline violation on the Francisco Dabao.
So ball will go back to Quezon as Pasumbaral will go to the bench. Marasigan being watched by Arboleda. You have the feeling that that is going to be his main matchup for today.
Especially if he continues on this offensive rampage, now at 12 points.
We've got 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The score is 24-20. And that is an offensive foul called on Arboleda.
Well, sometimes that's I think the problem for Win Arboleda. Parang hindi niya alam kung gaano siya kalakas. Like the slightest nudge is enough to send your defender tumbling.
Avila will trigger the inbound. And they will be called for the 5-second inbound violation.
Well, pretty much unforced that time for Avila. Not finding a recipient. Ball going back to Quezon down by 4.
Here's Dabao. Gives it up. They get it to Melchor. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And he will be called for the traveling violation. We've got 12 seconds in the quarter. Bauan is still up by 4, 24-20. As Rex Villanueva will check in back into the ball game for Cuerdo, possibly for the last shot.
Bauan with still a foul to give.
And it's now with John Rex Villanueva. His pass is picked off. Up ahead is Melchor. Nice pass to Paulie for the slam!
Good afternoon to everybody coming from Mr. Paulie.
And at the end of the first quarter, the Bauan Cafe Uno up by 6, 26-20 off of that monster jam from Jos Paulie. We'll be back for the second quarter. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. And we're back to the ball game here at the CCF Center in Pasig. Joel Parcon pa rin po bringing you the action alongside my partner Coach Noy Africa at ang aming kaliga na si Noah Sanchez on the sidelines.
Impressive offensive display for both of these teams in the first quarter. Bauan 60%, Quezon 53%. So despite all the highlight plays coming from Bauan Cafe Uno, they're only up by 6. So Quezon still very much in this ball game.
And starting in the second quarter, pinahinga muna itong si Jos Paulie as Dolores 3 hits nothing but the backboard. He'll have to recalibrate his shot.
Yeah, coming off cold from the bench, first minute. But, you know, he's going to be back. And if you're Quezon, you cannot allow him to get those open looks.
As Marasigan gives it up, Tolentino is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
Right now, Quezon desperately looking for a second scorer, and they're hoping Tolentino could provide some, as it has only been Marasigan already with 12 points, and John Rex Villanueva very early in that first quarter got 5 points.
Tolentino at the line for 2. Ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the white shirts, much to Coach Melky's dismay. He wanted to ask for a review, but they cannot do it. Don't have that here. Melchor loses the ball, is able to pitch it out to Arboleda for the jumper. Yes!
Smooth looking stroke coming from Win Arboleda, pulling up from mid-range, able to convert.
The shot is too strong for Caleb Gonzalez. Here is Dolor over to Arboleda for the layup. That's short. Rebound to Marasigan. Tolentino up ahead. The pass is tipped out of bounds by Francisco Dabao.
Well, you'd like Tolentino to probably get a few more dribbles in, as he did not really have the angle on that pass.
And here comes Jos Paulie back again.
Getting only 2 minutes of rest.
Here's Gonzalez. Being watched by Dabao. Gonzalez will get the shot.
By the defense of Paulie, that time still able to score. Lead down to 7 for Bauan.
Arcilia. Dolor will try again. It's too strong this time. Here's Gonzalez. Sorry, that was Tolentino who lost the ball. And it's a breakaway layup for Anderson Arcilia. The shot is short by Ajero. Second chance. Doesn't go for Green Avila.
They're looking to push here again, Bauan Cafe Uno.
Poli immediately harassed by several orange shirts as Marasigan will go up for the layup.
Both teams actually not doing a good job getting back in transition, giving up too many fast break points.
And that lead is still at 5, 30-25 for Bauan Cafe Uno. Here's Dolor. Gives it up to Arboleda, asking for the screen. Arboleda pulls up for the jumper. Off the back iron. Rebound goes to Poli. Back to Arboleda. Dolor. He is in the land of orange. And a foul will be called. We've got a report from Renoa. Renoa, take it away.
Thank you, Joel. Hindi pa man natin nalalapitan ng mga coaches ng Bauan Cafe Uno ay nagsasabi na ang mga ito na mananalo raw sila sa kanilang laro ngayong araw. However, later on, they also shared that 3 of their best players cannot play today and possibly in the following games in the season. Pero sekreto raw muna ang rason nito. Currently, the team is in a mix and match situation with their players, but will there be a perfect match in order to clinch that win? Panoorin natin yan kasama ang ating mga kaliga na si Coach Noy and Joel.
And thank you for that report, Kaligang Renoa. And we will have to wait and see kung sino ang imimix and match ng Bauan Cafe Uno moving forward.
Ito like the may halong mystery at suspense with players not available for Bauan Cafe Uno. And now we're scratching our heads trying to figure out which one yung mga players na not playing for them.
Exactly. As Arboleda is fouled on that drive. The foul will be called on Madridano.
But we expect a lot of that here in the junior MPBL, players not being available for various reasons. I mean, it's summer, but some of them still have commitments in school or maybe playing for some other clubs, some other teams.
Especially after their good performances here last year. In season 1 of junior MPBL, a lot of them will have already been scouted and recruited by some of the big schools and universities here in the Philippines. And I'm sure that some of them are already training with those teams.
And of course, we have some players also playing for the Batang Gilas. We've got 2 players, I believe, playing for Mandaluyong, Iros Chua and Bon Daha. So again, really something to be proud of for the junior MPBL to be able to produce and discover talents who can actually compete at an international level.
As we take a look at this pound-for-pound fitness foul counted play by none other than Jos Poli, who has shown up big for this ball game.
It now has been the focal point of the offense for Bauan Cafe Uno, and if you have that advantage so glaring, I don't think you need to look elsewhere, especially if you're Bauan Cafe Uno. Now starting to pull away, 36-27.
Yeah, with less than 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Attacking was Peñalosa, no good there. Here's Davao. Underneath, Poli once again. Just asserting his dominance.
Well, I think for Davao, he knows in this game he doesn't need to score 19 points for them to get a victory. Just give the ball up and get it to the big man.
As Poli will be called for that foul there, being asked by his bench to just put his hands up.
Again, you do not want to be at a disadvantage of being in foul trouble and not being able to contribute from the bench. You're better off giving up the 2 points and then just get it back. As so far, no one has been able to stop him in the post.
as Peñalosa gets his first free throw. Second one also goes in. Bring this lead back down to 9. Here's Davao asking for a screen. Two-man game once again, but Davao this time takes it himself.
Just too easy for Davao. And again, the defense has been concentrating on Jos Matthew Pauly, getting tongue-tied just remembering the two slams earlier.
And on that play, foul will be called on RG Dolor.
13 foul. Substitution.
Stepping back in, Melchor for Dolor. Couldn't find his shooting touch so far. Denzel Ong also will check back into the ball game.
Right now, the problem for Quezon, they can seem to find another scorer aside from Marasigan, who has been very consistent so far in the tournament.
And Caleb Gonzalez stringing a couple of shots already here. That will be his 6th point. But it's still not enough. That's Peñalosa missing on that slow-mo move.
Against that, that's the importance of just staying vertical that time. Pauly did not have to do anything, just put his arms up, able to make the stop.
And exactly as James Nodalo gets that under goal stab. He's taller than most, if not all, of the players here on the court right now. So there is absolutely no need for him to bring down his arms when he's going up with a defensive bother.
And aside from being that tall, he's much wider than all the players on the court right now. So already the intimidation factor already there.
Peñalosa is subbed out in favor of Zam Recamara.
Again, very important for Quezon. What do they do in those minutes when Marasigan needs to sit?
Kick out, 3 on the way, that's off. But they get the offensive rebound. Denzel Ong kicks it out to To. Extra pass, and that is a 3 from Andre Madridano, forcing Bauan Cafe Uno to call a nature spring time out. We'll be back. And we're still here at the CCF Center in Pasig, bringing you the action for Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. We are seeing the 18 and under matchup between Bauan Cafe Uno and the Quezon Junior Huskers. Currently, Bauan enjoying an 8-point lead, 42-34 over the Quezon Junior Huskers.
So far, it has been tight here in the second quarter. Bauan outscoring Quezon just by 2 points, 16-14.
Here is Bauan. Shot is up and in for Panerio.
Still a 6-point advantage. 10-point advantage now for Bauan Cafe Uno.
Meanwhile, it's To with a 3. Oh, so that's just a long 2 by To. Here's Davao. Gives it up. Melchor will try a 3. Yes, sir!
That was definitely a 3-pointer. So it's now an 11-point advantage for Bauan Cafe Uno.
My bad, it wasn't Melchor, it's Prieto who's in the ball game here. And here is Panerio. Loses the ball. And a foul is called on Nodalo. And since Bauan is already in the penalty, Madridano will go to the line for 2.
Actually, Madridano lucky to get bailed out with a foul. Trying to beat the double, tried to go baseline, and that could have been very unfortunate to see. He could have been trapped there at the baseline.
Madridano gets the first. Sometimes they get committed to going one direction when they could have easily just spun around and it would have been free.
And just go towards the half-court line as opposed to trying to go back and waste a lot more clock trying to cross the timeline.
As nothing going on that offensive sequence for Quezon. 18 seconds on the game clock for the first half. Here's Dabao. Dabao kicks it out to Nodalo for 3. Yes, sir!
Great setup there by Dabao, finding James Nodalo spotting up.
Here's Villanueva for 3, no good. And the putback will count for Zam Recamara. At the end of the first half, the score is 50-39. It's an 11-point lead for Bauan Cafe Uno. As we take a look at that last play by Zam Recamara. Coach Noy and I will be back for the second half. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2.
Caring po. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you Dad for always supporting me on my field. Thank you for sacrificing para makapag-basketball ako. Thank you po for that.
My advice to them is always play hard, always give your best, and pray to God.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Bumabati po ako na sa lahat ng mga haligi ng tahanan. Happy Father's Day sa ating lahat. Naway patuloy po tayong maging inspirasyon at lakas ng ating mga pamilya. Ang bawat suntok, hamon sa buhay at tagumpay ay inaalay ko sa aking pamilya.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy! We miss you. Thank you for everything you've done for us. We're going to be here.
Thank you for always supporting us and guidance. We love you so much and we hope you have the best day. We love you!
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. Thank you for everything you've done for us. For me, you are my hero, my inspiration, and my motivation. I love you and I'm always here for you.
Boxing's legendary and only 8th Division Champion of the World, introducing the one and only Manny Pacman Pacquiao!
Ako si Manny Pacquiao, muling bumabati ng Happy Father's Day sa inyong lahat, mga kaliga.
Para sa ama ng Junior MPBL at sa lahat ng mga tatay,
together with Junior MPBL, we celebrate you.
Happy Father's Day!
Ito ang Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
And we're back here at the CCF Center for this 18 under action in the South Division between the Bauan Cafe Uno and the Quezon Junior Huskers. The score is 50-39. It's an 11-point lead for the Bauan Cafe Uno. And yung Bauan Cafe Uno, they started to pull away, especially in the second quarter. And it was the magnificent play of their center, their big man, Josh Polly, that really carried them to this lead, as the Quezon Junior Huskers still looking for answers to that big man. As we take a look at the leading scorers for both teams, for Quezon, you've got Bien Marasigan with 14, Caleb Gonzalez with 6, and John Rex Villanueva with 5. For Bauan, that's Polly with 13, James Nadalo with 7, and Davao with 7 as well. Coach Noy, what were the stats that stood out to you for in the first half?
Well, both teams really shot well from the field. Quezon 42%, Bauan even more impressive, 62%. Bauan has been getting easier shots mainly because they've been moving the basketball better already with 14 assists, while Quezon pretty much relegated to Marasigan trying to create a shot for himself, only with 7 assists so far. Points in the paint going the way of Bauan. No surprise here with the way Polly has been playing, 36 points in the paint against just 14 for Quezon. And another thing, probably Quezon has to pay attention to giving up too many fast break points already. 12 fast break points for Bauan, but a good job also for Bauan in their loss against Batangas. They committed 36 turnovers, and so far in the first half they only have 8.
So that is a good thing for Bauan heading into the second half. Here's Melchor. Over to Nadalo. Nadalo, step back three. Too strong. But they get the offensive rebound, but the putback does not go for Sam Laureta. A new entry into this ball game. Here's Villanueva. Kicking it over to the corner. Gets it back. Goes up for three. Yes, sir!
Better patience shown right there for Quezon. Had an open look already, but waited for the defense to commit, giving it to John Rex Villanueva, and you know he will knock it down when he's open.
Kick out pass will go over the line, and that's over and back by Bauan.
Speaking of taking care of the basketball, unforced turnover right there for Bauan Cafe Uno.
Marasigan check, triggering the inbound, gives it up to his backcourt mate, John Rex Villanueva. Denzel Ong hardly figured in that first half. Villanueva wanted back-to-back, no good. Denzel Ong with a rebound. Marasigan step back three, short. Rebound goes to Prieto.
Quezon really knows they need to get hot from the outside just so they could open up the lane, especially against the taller defenders.
As Prieto misses on the jumper, Villanueva with a rebound. Streaking down the lane was To, and he will have 2 at the line.
Gotta love that about To on that play. Heard the whistle, just went up for the shot, will earn a trip to the free throw line.
And To already still has just 2 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
Trying to contribute in every way possible with 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
Misses his second free throw. The lead is 7, 50-43 with a little under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lob pass to Melchor is stolen by Quezon. Here's Villanueva. Gives it up to Villas. Oh, Villaseñor was not expecting the pass. He thought that there was going to be someone at the corner.
But a miscommunication right there for Quezon. And I think that's really the next step for John Rex Villanueva to be able to convert himself, to be more of a primary playmaker, as that threat from the outside could open up opportunities for him to create shots for his teammates.
As a whistle is blown and a foul will be called on Loretta.
That's going to be a tough matchup for Laureta, and that's why they're putting Panerio now on Marasigan.
As a substitution, they're waiting for the next dead ball situation, as there is an offensive foul on that screen. And of course, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank one of our other sponsors here. You've got Pound for Pound Fitness, Pound Active, Duride Bola ng Pinoy, Don Benito sa Pambansang Kasaba, Nature Spring, Jinky Skin, Wing Bowl, and Chris Jacob Collection.
I'm still waiting on the sample from Chris Jacob Collection.
Oh, you're waiting for that sample. I'm waiting for the sample from Wing Bowl.
Well, that would work. Although I haven't really decided whether I'd like the perfume or the room and linen
The
spray.
room and linen spray.
You can actually use the room and linen spray as
As a
perfume.
perfume.
Diba? Kasi it smells hotel-like.
As to, just make sure that you're not coming from the outside. Coming home to
Oh, yeah, that's
your
for
wife.
sure. There's going to be a lot of problems, just like Matthew Poli has been a problem for Quezon.
Although he is not on the court right now. As bailout foul there. As Noel has checked into the ball game.
And I think for Coach Henry Montemayor, he is really trying to see how his bigs respond whenever Poli is not on the floor. And with a 7-point lead, he can afford to do this.
And another case of miscommunication there. This time between To and Marasigan. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It is, as you mentioned, Coach, a 7-point lead for the Bauan Cafe Uno. Nodalo giving it up. Melchor with a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Marasigan. Marasigan going downhill, but his jumper is short. To with a rebound. Gives it to Pasumbal. Pasumbal is blocked by Prieto. And we've got a report from Rinoa. Rinoa, take it away.
Coach Melky Villanueva of Quezon Junior Huskers expressed that their team needs to catch up since hindi medyo challenging ang mga shots na nagagawa nila. But then again, in an interview earlier, he emphasized to his player the importance of worker on their own. Sabi niya pa na wag lamang dapat umasa ang mga players sa practices. Kailangan sa sarili mismo nila ay nag-extra work sila dahil at the end of the day, the coaches can only help in building their talents and dreams. But it is up to his players if they will work hard to be a stronger basketball player. Balik sa iyo, Coach Noy and Joel.
And thank you for that report, Rinoa. So yes, of course, the extra work. That's always something that you need to do, whether you're a basketball player or anyone who wants to improve in your craft.
That's right, but yeah, to be honest, it's not enough that you attend team practices. Before, that's more than enough. But the players who distance themselves from differentiating themselves from being good to getting better are really those players willing to put in the extra work on their own.
As Nodalo catches that pass from Marasigan. And Davao, Poli, and Arboleda check into the ball game.
And again, that's why you like your kids to get into sports, aside from being habit forming, being able to manage your time correctly, but also the importance of hard work. For you to get ahead in life, you're gonna need to put in the extra work and try to get better than everybody else.
Exactly, as I'm sure Win Arboleda has done, especially if you have a father like his father, right? I'm sure that he's done a lot of work outside of team practices.
I can just imagine yung mga workout nitong mag-ama, no? Just imagine how competitive these two could be, especially when they're hitting the weight room.
Exactly. And you can definitely see it in the physique of nitong si Win Arboleda, who actually approximates the physique of his dad.
Yeah, and the minute I saw him, I saw the name at the back of the jersey, especially the same number that his dad used to wear while playing in the pros. Undoubtedly, anak ni Arboleda. Ni Winnie, I mean.
Yeah. As Caleb Gonzalez connects on a three. Here's Davao dumping it off to Poli. I thought he was going to slam it again. Just an easy undergo stab.
I think probably realized it's the same 2 points. And he's had many already in the game now with 15 points.
Here are the Junior Huskers. Two-man play. Denzel Ong for the jumper. No good. And Poli devours that rebound.
And if you look at him, his build, you wouldn't expect him to have feet like he's jumping off a trampoline. He looks heavy, but actually very strong legs for Matthew Poli.
Exactly. Strong legs and strong body din. Itong si Win Arboleda grabbing that rebound, getting that pass off. And Noel with his first basket here in this ball game.
Lead back up to 6 as there's a much spirited fight here coming from Quezon in the third.
We've got a little over a minute to go here in the third quarter. Marasigan off the bank gets it in.
That's an excellent shot maker, creating shots for himself. Itong si Marasigan.
And Arboleda on the other side getting that layup.
On the other side for Bauan, Quezon token resistance on the penetrations coming from Bauan Capiuno.
Here's Gonzalez, gets a screen from Pasumbal. Gonzalez with a lefty, no good. And Gonzalez hadn't established his position on the court yet. So that ball will go back to Bauan.
I'd like to see Quezon put a little bit more pressure in the backcourt.
We already have that with Gonzalez on Davao, but nothing else. As Davao goes in for the easy layup. And balik tayo dun sa sinabi mo, medyo token resistance na lang yun eh.
And not only in the backcourt, but also in the front court, as Davao pretty much just walked into that layup.
John Rex Villanueva with a floater. We've got 4 seconds to go in the quarter, and Davao with a 3 to end the third quarter, giving his team a 9-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. Bauan Cafe Uno not entirely breaking away from Quezon, but not giving up the lead. Coach Noy and I will be back for the fourth quarter. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. And you're still with us here in Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Joel Parcon pa rin po bringing you the action alongside my partner Coach Noy Africa and Rinoa Sanchez on the sidelines. Lamang ng siyam ang Bauan Cafe Uno over the Quezon Junior Huskers, 64-55. Coach, hindi talaga lumayo itong Bauan Cafe Uno despite the fact that medyo hindi ganun kalakas yung resistance na pinapakita ng Quezon Junior Huskers.
Lead was actually down to just 4 points until late surge coming from Arboleda and that three-pointer from Davao. So for Quezon, they actually played better defense. As you see, John Rex Villanueva starting to get hot. They only limited Bauan to 14 points after giving up 50 points in that first half.
And we will see what adjustments itong Bauan Cafe Uno will have for the fourth quarter to try and take home this win. As Davao misses on the jumper, they cannot be complacent as well dito sa ball game natin. As itong Quezon Junior Huskers are just hanging around, waiting for the right moment for everything to fall into place.
Despite not having a real interior threat, Quezon can get hot on the outside. As Matthew Pauly got a little too excited. That was an open lane for him. Tried to get creative and all he had to do was go all the way. But again, going up against Quezon, you've got a guy like Marasigan and Villanueva who can get hot in an instant. That 6-point lead definitely not safe for Bauan Cafe Uno.
As that shot from the corner by Gonzalez doesn't go, here's Davao streaking down the lane, and that shot goes in.
And the game of Davao really complements the game of Pauly. You're gonna have a perimeter scorer who can score in so many ways, and then you've got someone as dominant as Pauly underneath.
As Marasigan missing on that layup, here is Bauan. Arboleda, his shot doesn't go. Rebound going to Torres, but it is stolen by Davao. And Arboleda with the layup.
And the selfishness being shown by Davao of the steal, able to give it up to Arboleda.
Meanwhile, it's Caleb Gonzalez on the other end, answering with a layup.
If you're Quezon, you cannot afford to just trade baskets. They're gonna have to make a concerted effort to clog up that lane.
Melchor, that pass was too high even for Joss Pauly.
Right now, 12 turnovers for Bauan Cafe Uno. Much better on taking care of the basketball, but you cannot turn the ball over, especially in the fourth quarter where possessions are very important.
Here's Villanueva for three, short. Ball goes out of bounds and will go back to the white shirts. 7.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Bauan Cafe Uno. Arboleda gives it up to Pauly. He's met by Pasumbal. Pauly going up. He's fouled and will go to the line for two.
They haven't really given enough touches for Paulie, especially here in the second half. In the first quarter, they were going to him exclusively. And right now, whenever they're gonna need points, they can just dump that ball in the post for Paulie, who now has 16 points to go with 8 rebounds.
And he will have his second free throw here. 17 points for Josh Paulie. Marasigan calling out the play. Villanueva goes up for 3. Yes, sir!
Bauan is really playing with fire. That's really the game of J-Rex. Villanueva, that three-pointer for him, just money if we give him that much space.
Here's Dabao kicking it out. Paulie for the jumper. No good. One-handed jumper from Josh Paulie doesn't go.
You're gonna give him that shot any day of the week.
As compared to him attacking inside. Caleb Gonzalez draws a foul from Arboleda, who will go to the line for 2.
Right now for Quezon, what's important, how do they play defense against Bauan here in the fourth quarter? Especially if they decide on just dumping that ball in the post.
And you've got James Nadalo checking into the ball game.
That's actually the backcourt of Bauan really has a lot of potential, having guys like Arboleda, Nodalo, and Dabao. Those are different facets that they bring into the ball game. Nodalo, easily one of their speedier guards. Arboleda, one of their physical guards. And Dabao, really more of a scoring guard, but very impressive already with 8 assists in this ball game, only averaging 3 in the tournament.
And as we continue this young season of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2, roles are getting more and more defined as the games go on.
Especially when you've only won one of your first 4 games. Definitely, even for the players, they know they have to make the necessary adjustments. Dabao can score, he knows that. But in this game, he has been using that as an opportunity to try and set up his teammates.
Here's Marasigan giving it over to Villanueva for 3. In and out. Ball goes out of bounds. And we'll go back to Bauan.
Well, that's one role that's not going to change. John Rex Villanueva will be the designated shooter for Quezon, but of course he needs to develop and transform his game in a way that he can be able also to put the ball on the floor and be a threat and set up his other teammates.
Exactly, as Torres goes inside and he'll draw a foul and go to the line for 2. You can leverage that outside shot into something that allows you to go inside as well.
And for sure, teams will really need to close out long on him. So all he really needs to do is put the ball on the floor, and already opportunities will open up for him. He can go for the one dribble pull-up. He can go drive and kick. But again, he does do one thing very well, and that's shoot from the outside.
And that leads us to a timeout called by Bauan Cafe Uno. We'll be back. And we're back here. That's Doride, the official ball of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, and our creative artsy shot.
What the people don't see, yung cameraman natin nakadapa rin sa floor. Just to get that shot.
Just to get that shot. The dedication by Alex to get that shot.
Again, it's going to take more than dedication right now for Quezon to try and overhaul this 6-point lead. They're going to need to make stops.
As Dabao thought about the three. It's now with Nodalo for three. Yes, sir!
Again, talking about roles, James Nodalo, more known as a slasher during his 16 and under days, has now developed that outside shot.
As Bien Marasigan just barrels his way to the basket. Quick response by Panerio on the other end.
Again, we're having sequences where these players not wanting to use the shot clock anymore.
And a foul is called on Panerio. 13th foul for the Bauan Cafe Uno. Denzel Ong checking into the ball game for Enrico Torres. Here's To over to Marasigan. Gets a screen from Ong. To gets himself free. That's Ong inside. No good. Bothered by Jos Poli. Dabao streaking down the lane. Kicks it out to Panerio. Over to Arboleda. Arboleda to Poli, and Poli is called for too many steps.
Actually took steps even before he got that ball to hit the floor. And again, that's exactly the place where you want Poli to get the basketball way away from the rim. Force him to put the ball on the floor.
As Marasigan misses on the three, but Denzel Ong is there for the putback. Still nothing going. You have to believe that the presence of Jos Poli bothered that shot.
Oh yeah, even if I'm from here, I'm already bothered that he is in that paint.
Because usually someone like Denzel Ong would easily make those shots.
Right now, Quezon able to contain Poli despite all those touches inside. It's short for Marasigan.
That layup was a prime opportunity, and Nodalo does not waste his opportunity from the outside. That was just a two-pointer. And a timeout is called on the floor. This timeout is brought to you by Nature's Spring, provider of safe and affordable drinking water to Filipinos. We'll be back. And we're back here. The score is 77-66. 11-point lead for Bauan Cafe Uno. They're beginning to tighten the screws on the Quezon Junior Huskers. Here's Dabao. Going up for three. No good. Rebound goes to Melchor. Backdoor pass. Panerio with a layup.
It's still continuing to be the problem of Quezon. Butas na butas yung gitna eh. And right there, Marasigan finally, itong si Dabao, able to get the contact and able to force that charging call. Because right from the get-go, Marasigan, whenever he tries to penetrate inside, using some physicality to create space. He has no choice. He is not really the tallest of players, but that time, Dabao able to establish position right away.
And Bien Marasigan is one of the what would you call a stocky guard.
Probably needs to be a little more consistent from the outside. He can get to the paint, but at some point when teams zero in on him, will need that outside shot to just space the floor a little bit.
We've got 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Villanueva misses. Rebound goes to Davao, eludes his defenders. The pass is picked off by To. Here's Villanueva. Gives it up to Marasigan. Easy shot.
Great eyes there for Villanueva. Actually, I'm thinking of the perfect guard to play in this Quezon system. Actually, it's a combination of Marasigan and Villanueva. The outside ability of Villanueva and just the better creator of shots itong si Marasigan.
As To, his layup is short. Rebounded by Melchor. Up ahead, Panerio. Ball is tipped. He gets it back and puts it in.
Giving up 2 easy points. And now it's just been committing a lot of turnovers on Quezon.
And they are down by 13 right now, 81-68. And Bauan will milk this clock. Nodalo. Sidestep to the 3, no good. Marasigan to Villanueva. He's open from 3. Yes, sir.
Too many open looks for Villanueva. Luckily for Bauan, they still have this 10-point lead.
And that will bring us to a Nature Spring timeout. John Rex Villanueva with a 3. And we'll be back. We're still here at the CCF Center in Pasig. Joel Parcon pa rin po bringing you the action alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa and Rinoa Sanchez on the sidelines.
And so far for Quezon, you've got 2 players scoring more than at least 20 points. Marasigan with 20, you've got Villanueva with 22. But aside from them, it has only been Caleb Gonzalez in double digits, just not enough.
That's true. So the 42 points of Marasigan and Villanueva, that is over 50% of their score of 71. And that's even over 50% of the points of Bauan.
Well, for the side of Bauan, you've got Davao, you've got Poli, you've got Nodalo in double digits already. Add to that Panerio and Arboleda already at 9 points. So essentially almost 6 players in double digits for Bauan Cafe Uno.
As that is a pound-for-pound foul counted play for Mark Cuerdo. And he makes the bonus free throw. With 45 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, 9-point lead for Bauan. Here's Davao, off to the corner, 3 on the way, too strong for Jacob Almuete. And Poli couldn't get the final dot on the eye there as Cuerdo sails in for the layup.
No need to shoot anymore for Bauan.
Although you have a feeling, yes, I think that they want Almuete to get a shot off. Davao playing keep away. Davao kicking it over to Nodalo for 3. Yes, sir!
That play right there just shows the growth of Bauan Cafe Uno. Again, Davao with his 9th assist. Just the unselfishness, the adjustment of roles for them has allowed them to get the victory here, going and improving to 2 and 3.
And so at the end of the ball game, the score is 86-78, 8-point win for the Bauan Cafe Uno. We'll be back to bring you our player of the game.
kasama natin ngayong hapon ang best player of the game, our very outstanding and well-deserving from Bauan, Cafe Uno, Mr. Jos Matthew Pauly. Congratulations once again. You have produced 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And last time nung nakausap kita, sabi mo medyo na-pressure ka sa game nyo against Leyte Sure. Pero ngayon wala na ba yung pressure na yun kaya you performed that well?
Opo, kasi nung nakaraan po kasi medyo kulang po talaga kami. Kaya need po talaga namin mag-step up. Pero ngayon okay na po kasi yung mga key players naman medyo kompleto. Isa na lang po kulang or dalawa.
Ayan, so anong masasabi mo sa performance mo ngayong araw?
Ano naman po, okay lang po kasi pinagtrabuhan ko naman po matagal to. Kaya para sa akin deserve ko po to.
Ayan, and na-share mo nga rin sa last interview na nag-extra ka palagi ng shooting. And with that, baka gusto mong batiin yung mga family mo na sumusupport sa passion mo and nanonood sa'yo sa live natin today.
Shoutout po sa nanay ko na lagi nagsusuporta sa akin, pinupuntahan lagi game ko pag free siya. Tsaka sa tatay ko na nag-support sa akin, dinala ako dito sa Manila para maglaro ng basketball po.
And we would also like to thank Don Benitez for providing a sumptuous Filipino delicacy to our best player of the game. Don Benitez ang pangbansang kasaba. Balik sa'yo, Joel and Coach Noy.
Thank you, Rinoa, and congratulations to Jos Pauly and the Bauan Cafe Uno for winning 86-78. Coming up next, we've got 16 under action still between Bauan Cafe Uno and the Quezon Junior Huskers. And that's it for me dito sa ating coverage. On behalf of my partner, Coach Noy Africa and Rinoa Sanchez on the sidelines, I'll see you in the future games. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin, isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL
would like to thank Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benito's, ang pambansang kasava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear, Wing Bowl, it's like coming home, Chris Jacob Collection, for affordable but quality daily perfumes,